Hi golfers. I'm glad I didn't shoot the groundhog because it's going to be 70 degrees here today and tomorrow and pretty nice through the week. So I'm going to play golf tomorrow for the first time since October or November and on Friday again. So what I wanted to go over today was what I think is a better way to practice and warm up. Most of us don't really get to the golf course in time to hit a bucket of balls or anything like that, but you don't really need to. It'd be good if you could. And the other thing is with the practice. You go to a driving range and you buy the extra large bucket of balls, 105 balls, and, bat on them until you're sweating to death, and you don't really learn anything. You need about 20 balls to warm up and to practice. Maybe not even 20 to warm up, but to practice you need 20, I think. And the way you should approach this, my opinion, is start out with, I have an 8-iron here. The 50 degree that I use sometimes goes over the top of that. So what you want to do is you want to take at least 5 swings without the ball. Half swings to start with. Making sure that you're snapping it through contact, following it down the line. And pay attention when you're doing this on the mat, where you're brushing the mat. If you happen to be fortunate enough to be on natural grass, take notice of how you're brushing the grass. I'm not a big proponent of huge divots. They always said when Tiger was hitting it well, he went through his bag and he didn't disturb the roots on the grass on the driving range. He would just clip the tops off. So take notice of how you're brushing the mat or the natural grass. And, like I said, 5 swings, and then 1 ball. Then step up and hit it, Then, get out another ball. At least 5 swings. Hit another ball. If you want, you can go to a different club then. If you're making good solid contact, try like a hybrid, something like that, or a 3-wood. And again, a minimum of 5 swings, half swings. And then make contact with one. Now, when you do this, you can learn from the mat or especially the grass. When you hit those irons, you want the ball to be positioned right before you start brushing the grass. That's your club path for an iron. For, say, a 3-wood like this, you want to do the same swing, but just have your ball positioned so that it's in the middle of that patch where you're clipping the tops off the grass. Use things like that to teach you ball position. And that's pretty much the same for every club except for the big boy. You do not want to hit a driver as your club bottoms out and sweeps along the top of the grass. You know this. You want to hit it on the upswing. So what do you need to do? The only adjustment I think you really need to make in your swing until you get really pretty good and doing some other things, this driver, you take your address, you drop your right shoulder a little bit. When you drop your right shoulder, it's going to kick your lead hip forward, your trail shoulder, I should say, for you lefties. It's going to kick your lead hip forward. And what's that going to do? That's going to come in, that club's going to bottom out behind the ball, and then start to catch it on the upswing, which is absolutely critical to get your maximum amount of distance out of a driver. Now I have a rubber tee here that I cut probably 2/3 of it down, and I just use it to teach me. I want to swing this driver, and I do not want, I'm I'm going to put it right in front of where my normal ball position would be. And I do not want to touch this tee on my swing. It should stay right where it is. And that means that I'm going to catch that on the upswing. Again, if you happen to be fortunate enough to be practicing on natural turf, you can use tees for this. Just put a tee in the ground, let about 1/4 of an inch of it stick up, and try to swing with your driver so you don't touch it. You want to get a little bolder, expose more of the tee. But that basically will ensure that that one little minor adjustment at setup is going to allow you to catch the ball on the upswing. And that's just basically a drop of the trail shoulder. Drop. And you see all the big guns doing it on long drive. I think it's something that you need to do. So again, when you practice, make sure you do it intelligently and don't kill yourself. Don't get tired, because that's just bad habits. You just, you get that small bucket of 35 balls, you go through 20 of them or so, and you do 5 of those. 5 with a full swing on the next ball, things like that. And look to see what your club is doing through the contact area. Take the last 15 balls and for, I implore you, practice your chipping. You need 2 basic chips in golf. One's a low chip, one's a high chip. And then there's variations, but if you master the first 2, you're going to be in pretty good shape. So low chip, off the back foot, hands ahead. Make sure you watch this club face clip the back of the golf ball. There, had that a little too close to the other one. So, higher chip, kind of off the breast pocket of your golf shirt. Hand, open the face ever so slightly, but still you have to watch the ball, the club strike the ball. Like that. Those are the 2 chips that you need. You can work on other things once you get those 2 down pretty nicely. So, if you get out and play, have a good time. See you the next time.